Yes, indeed, folks. You're tuning to Badge Please here on WoW Radio with myself, Free Epix Biscuit. If you've just tuned in, then you missed something glorious, if I do say so myself. Anyway, that's that done. I'm done with the badge stuff, so let's do some more positive things. But first, I am ready to announce the first winner of the BlizzCon ticket contest. We asked you, if you wish to win a ticket to BlizzCon, courtesy of Blizzard Entertainment and WoW Radio, to send in a recording on the voicemail that said, WoW Radio, send me to BlizzCon.
The suspense, it's killing you.
And I'm ready to announce the first winner. The other two winners will be announced on WoW Things Considered, which is tonight at 7 PM EST, that's midnight GMT, on WCRadio.com, and the third winner will be announced on Casually Hardcore, which is on the Sunday. Go check out the website, WCRadio.com, for more details. Now, the first winner of the BlizzCon ticket contest 2009 is...
Ah, that's right. Sit back and relax. Give my toxins more time to work.
Kyle Winter. Yes, indeed. Congratulations, Kyle Winter. You are going to BlizzCon. And there's still two more chances to win, folks. The contest has now closed. However, there will be two more winners announced. Once on WoW Things Considered, and once on Casually Hardcore. Yes, indeed. And he's actually in the channel right now, so he's singing and dancing and celebrating good times. Come on. So, yes, well done. Well done indeed. I might even have a special canned applause just for you. Enough of that. Right, let's talk about the patch, and let's talk about some more positive things, because you know what, as I say, that patch, that one thing really gets me riled up over what is otherwise, by the looks of it, a freaking stellar patch. Look at this stuff. I mean, there's so much cool things. Yep, I'm gonna lay off certain elements of it, because I know there's a couple of other shows that dibsied it. You know, this is the thing with WoW Radio. When we get a bit of content like this, we kind of got to try and divvy it up a little bit. Understandable. So, I'm going to leave some of it out for the time being. And I might come back to it next week's show to kind of round it all up. But shows over the next few days, I believe WoW Things Considered will be talking about it. Of course, Casually Hardcore will be talking about it. And Octil Hordak will be covering just a smidge of it on the Sunday. So yeah, it should be good. Now, let's talk about something that I like. Now, a few days ago now, I posted something which was an expansion upon the idea that we came up with a couple of weeks ago, and I say we because it was myself and some guy who posted in. They actually sent in something about the idea of leveling through achievements and stuff like that to make things more interesting. Now, what I did was I expanded on this idea. I was kind of bored at work one day and decided, hey, let's come up with something called the NLE, the New Leveling Experience. Now, the New Leveling Experience, the whole idea is that you should be able to level any way you damn well please, because leveling is not hard, but leveling does become boring, particularly for those who've already done it before. So, what you do is quite simple. You make pretty much everything give experience in one form or another, and you expand via the use of stuff that's already in the game, the systems in which to do it, meaning there is a whole bunch of new content, most of which is already in the game. Yeah, that's the clever thing. A lot of it's already there. That's why it's feasible. That's why it doesn't require an entire overhaul of low-level content. Now, I did post this. I posted this. Do I still have the link to it? I certainly hope so. Yes, I do. It's going to be posted in the IRC channel. So if you're not already there, you head over. You head on over, baby, to WCRadio.com. Click the chat button on the top of the screen. Alternatively, put into your favorite IRC client, irc.mmorc.com, # WoW Radio. You want to check this out? Then do that. And I'll have my IRC rep Davlin, or Dr. Davlin as he is today. I believe he's being a bit of a psychiatrist for people that are losing their minds over the badge changes. Incidentally, including those who lost their mind over the badge changes, is Ghostcrawler, who said this: the game needs to be fun for everyone, not just the most elite players. Kind of ties up the badge story. Dumbass. I'm sorry, but you know, this is the guy I usually have respect for. Dumbass. You've already catered to the most elite players with hard modes. The people it annoys are the average guilds, who feel all their achievements are being thrown by the wayside, and who have to go back to bloody next... Ugh, jeez. This guy doesn't think sometimes before he opens his mouth, which is a shame, because the vast majority of what he says is entirely sensible. Yeah? And I think he's a great guy. I want him on the show. I would like him, and this is just a little bit of a call-out to him. I want him on the show for an hour, me and him, one-on-one, for a nice, frank interview. Yeah? We'll see if we can grab him at BlizzCon for that. Yeah? I'd like that. I reckon he could take it. I reckon he's capable. He's an intelligent guy. He's a very cool guy. I like the vast majority of what he says. I like the sense that he makes. But in this case, he doesn't know what he's bloody talking about. I'm sure that's his probable intent. But he didn't think it through. He doesn't understand. He doesn't see the vast majority of people are actually in between bads and elites. Yeah? And they're the people who get hit hardest by this rubbish. Anyway, I've said enough of that. So that's enough. Stop. Now, go check out this thread. It's posted in the IRC channel. I want to make you a tiny Earl. Tiny Earl's great. I want to make you a tiny Earl for those who are on the podcast. And it's going to be called NLE. Let's see if that works. Make Tiny Earl. Go, Tiny Earl. Fly. Fly, my pretty. There we go. You can go to tinyurl.com/te. That's T-E-H. It's this new leet speak that all the kids are raving about these days. NLE. Yep, that's tinyurl.com/NLE. Or you can go on my blog at blueplease.blogspot.com. That's got a big list of it. Now, this is the new leveling experience. Now, obviously, the PvP leveling, which is coming in patch 3.2, is something I've had in mind for a while. Now, I incorporated this into my blog amongst other things. Yeah, kind of building it all together. And it's kind of freaky how 2 days after that, they actually came out with these changes that were actually quite similar. Of course, I don't even think that I influenced them on that. What I will say, though, is that great minds in some cases do, in fact, think alike. Now, this new patch is going to allow you to level through PvP, which is something that is a long time coming. There are other games that have done this. One specifically that comes to mind is Warhammer Online, which I did play for quite a while. And yes, actually, leveling through PvP is that game's saving grace when it comes to leveling, because leveling through PvE in that game, aside from doing the amazing public quests, is really dull. Yeah, their quests suck, but the public quests don't. Now, as much as I'd like that to be implemented in the game, that's not going to be happening for a while. So yeah, leveling through PvP. The really nice thing about this is that leveling through PvP, there was the first concern that was brought up is that, hey, this is going to affect the twink population. Now, some people say, off with their heads, but then again, those people are also stupid. Because those people don't really understand the whole idea of you're supposed to try and be all you can be. You're supposed to try and be the best geared you can possibly be at any given level. That's how the game works. That's how the game's designed to work. Do you call guys in great gear at level 80 twinks? No, you don't. You call them playing the game properly. You call them good. So why is it that any level other than level 80 is considered to be twinking and cheating and scrubby and, you can't compete at full levels, blah, blah, blah. Bloody rubbish. These people do not engage their brains before using the internet, and that is a problem that, of course, is widespread throughout the entire world, but so concentrated and virulent in this horrible community. Now, they managed to fix that by allowing you to pay a small fee of gold to turn off XP gain, and that covers across the board. That is awesome. You want to know why that's awesome? Because that allows two very niche groups to go about their business and not have to worry about things. The first niche group is, of course, twinks, yeah? And the best thing about it is, as well, that those who have XP turned off go only into BGs with other people with those XP turned off. Which means twinks fight twinks, which the majority of good twinks, that's what they want. Bad twinks, well, we don't care about them. They can whine and complain and scream all they damn well please, because those are actually the people you are accusing of not being able to compete at top level. Those are the guys, them. Yep. But the good twinks, they're the ones who want the challenge. They want to max out their character and get to the peak of performance at a given level that is not 80. Yeah? They just want something different, and that's fine, I can understand that. And the other niche group is classic raiding guilds. It allows classic raiding guilds to stay at a particular level, either 60 or 70, by turning off XP gain. That is good. Yeah? That's good, that's a great change. Now, leveling through PvP is a really interesting idea, because it's something that's dynamic and changes, yeah? Questing always stays the same. PvP, on the other hand, that can go all manner of different ways. All sorts of things can happen. And those who are actually interested in PvP could theoretically level to 80 doing only PvP. Now, Blizzard have unfortunately said that PvP leveling is going to be slightly slower than questing. I think that's a bad idea. Personally, I think they should up that, make it the same as questing. You know what? You've already admitted that your questing content up to about level 60, and indeed some of 60 through 70 isn't very good anymore. It was at the time, but things move on. Yeah? Times change. You got better at making quests, Blizzard. Well done. Of course you did. That's the kind of company you are. If you didn't, then you wouldn't be as good a company as you are. It's as simple as that. You wouldn't be the vaunted, amazing development house that does no wrong as regards to making games, even though with WoW they have done wrong several times. But as regards to making games, generally speaking, you've made some of the greatest games ever. So we expect Blizzard to advance their techniques, and they have done so. But you've accepted that this old content ain't so good, so why force people to do it at all? This is part of my NLE proposal. Make everything, and I do mean everything, give XP. Yeah, let people raid via old school raid content. Let people level through dungeons. Yeah, let them level through raid content. Let them level through achievements and exploration. Let them level through crafting. Who cares? Yeah, leveling's not hard anyway. Let's make it more varied. Let's get people excited. Let's get people who would usually not level alts to level alts by making the leveling experience different and better and more varied. Yeah? I'm hoping that this PvP change is the start of that. Yeah? I certainly hope so. It should be. It's a great idea. Admittedly, I do have a few concerns. It does make me wonder, considering the fact that the leveling through PvP, yeah? Leveling through PvP, you're going to be awarded experience for completing objectives and actions that yield honor in Battlegrounds. Honorable kills not included. Right, well, that's kind of silly. Yeah? Because that means that, hey, you don't kill something. Or indeed you do kill something. Or you just run flags or whatever and cap points. Yeah, killing stuff in BGs, it's damn right that should yield experience. But what also worries me about it is, what about healing? Yeah? What about the guys who don't run flag caps? Yeah? And don't cap points because they're not a class that's good at that? Yeah? That's not going to be so great, is it? Yes, of course they will get XP, one would think, because of the honor ticks in certain things. Yeah, you get honor bonuses for everyone capping the flag, but the guy who caps the flag gets more. Now, obviously, there's going to be certain classes that are going to be a lot better at that than others. I don't see my mage running the flag in Warsong Gulch all that much. Why would I? Huh? Shamans are better at it, druids are better at it, hunters are better at it. They're the ones who are going to be getting the leveling. So I don't understand that. Make honor, just give XP, convert honor to XP. How hard is that? It's not. That's not difficult. Obviously the system's already in place. So what's the issue? I can't figure it out. Also, make honor come from healing, and make XP come from healing. Huh? Encourage people just for playing BGs. BGs consist of a wide variety of different activities, and they're disproportionately rewarded, and that's a bad thing. You want to encourage people in BGs to heal? Yeah, well, they're not gonna do that unless they get something out of it. Yeah? And the entire experience is going to be utterly terrible as a result of having nobody in leveling Battlegrounds that wants to heal, because you're not rewarding them for it. Reward them for it. Reward everyone for doing anything that is related to the Battleground. Makes sense, one would think. To be quite honest. Now, there's been various other changes to Battlegrounds, such as the Warsong Gulch now has a timer, which is pretty awesome. Because, well, we know what used to happen with Warsong Gulch. You'd get one flag on one side, one flag at the other, and it would just turn into a giant weight fest. Who would want that? I certainly wouldn't. Also, the Strand of the Ancients, the factions starting on attack and defense, will now be randomized at the start of each match. Well, we've been asking for that for ages. There was some crazed technical reason as to why that couldn't happen, but evidently they fixed it. Also, they have decreased the times on Arathi Basin caps, and decrease the amount of victory points required to cap in Arathi Basin, win in Arathi Basin, than win in Eye of the Storm. That makes sense. More BGs, and to be honest, Eye of the Storm was a little bit lengthy anyway. So yes, a big Battleground overhaul in addition to the Isle of Conquest, which we talked about quite extensively last week, which I'm also happy to announce is going to have two level brackets, 71 to 79 and 80. And it's going to be a 40 versus 40 Battleground. Looking forward to that. My name is Total Biscuit, listening to Badge Please here on WoW Radio. If you want to lend your support to the NLE proposal, then head over to tinyurl.com/NLE, provide feedback, let Blizzard see it, and here's hoping that this change is a start. You know, it's a nice start of a 10 on improving the leveling experience. Yeah? Let's see this new leveling experience. Let's see how it goes. And you know what? Some of us might come back and actually level some new characters instead of being bored at endgame. Let's make the game start at level 1, as opposed to make it start at level 80. My name is Total Biscuit. This is Badge Please on WoW Radio. I'll be right back after this. Enjoy.